G'day everyone. As you know, I have this obsession with lights. A company contacted me to see if I'd be interested in reviewing this light for them, and I had a look at it and I thought this might be an ideal light to stick on, say, my A6 400. I did review a light the other day. That's a little bit larger though, whereas this is an ideal fit for sticking on top of that, and I'll show you that shortly. So the light itself it's a Momen light. And this is the package that it comes in. Let me just see if I can get it focused. There we go. So this is the package that it comes from. It's a really nice small little unit. So the package itself is really nicely presented. And inside that you get a couple of things. You get a little shoe or mount to stick on your hot shoe of your camera. You also get a USB-C lead to charge it. So you get that in the package as well. And obviously some instructions that you can use as well. Now, the light itself comes in this little pouch, which is nice because it is really quite small. And this is the light. So it's all aluminium, so it does feel really nice. Let me just take my face off and I'll see if I can get this to focus. This is really nice, so it's made very nice. There's only a couple of controls that I'll show you in a minute. There's a little LCD screen that I'll take you through in a minute. So there is mounting holes, so you've got one there and you've also got one there. There is a control dial, which you can see here on that side. Now that controls the color temperature and also the light intensity as well, and that's just an on-off switch and your USB mounts there. So it's very simple to use. So to turn it on, all you really do is hold that control down and you'll see that the light will turn on. And then you can see the LCD at the back. The LCD is really quite beautiful when you look at it. That will tell you how long it's going to last in the battery, depending on what power rating you have. Now, depending on what power rating you have, it will last an hour on full power, and it lasts up to 17 hours if you're dealing with, say, using it at its lowest power, which is 5%. Now, it is quite strong, and like I said, you can also change the color intensity as well. So we'll have a look now at Suzy, and I'll show you how this can be turned up and down, and also how we change the light intensity. Okay, so I decided to use a voiceover here with Suzy due to the fact I was getting echo because I turned away. But what I'm doing here is the power is at its lowest setting, so it's actually at 5%. And I've also on 3000 Kelvin, so it's down on its warmest setting. And what you'll see now is that I'll start to increase the brightness. So I'm doing that. Now it does increase in 1% steps, so you've got an awful lot of control in how much you can just increase this power or lower the power with using this light, which I think is a really good thing. You can be very accurate. Now in this next part, what I wanted to do is to change the color temperature. So all I do is click on the dial at the side, and then it will show that I'm adjusting the temperature itself. And you'll see that I'm going to go down from 3000 Kelvin, and I'm going to go all the way up to very blue light, which will be 6500 Kelvin. And you can see there how nice and white and blue the light now has become. Let me just adjust the intensity here so it's not bright for you to look at. So the easy way that this works is all you'll do is, if you want to change the intensity, the color temperature, you just click through there. You'll see the arrow went down. Then it will change that intensity. So that's how you'll change that. Let me just do there. So that's how you change your intensity. You can see it's changing now. If I want to go back to the power, I just move up there, and then obviously it will start to adjust the power as well. So that's how they're both manipulated. You can see there that it shows you the time of charge that's going to be left on it. So it's a very, very nice, colourful and vibrant readout, which is really nice. And I really like that aspect of it. You can charge this, use it on a battery, so it'll charge as you're using it if you're worried about it running out, like if you were using it for a long shoot or something like that. But one amazing feature of this is, and I brought a pan in to show you, is that it will stick to metal objects. So it'll stick to a fridge, something like that. So how cool is that? So if you wanted to just attach it to something and have light off, as long as you've got a metal object around, it should stick to it. Which is really pretty cool. I've never seen that before, so that's interesting. So there must be a magnet inside that. Now, what I thought this would be great for is just attaching it to something like an A6 400. Now, the adapter that comes with it, I have to be honest, I don't think it's really that good. I think I prefer to have something like a small rig adapter or something like that that's much stronger. Let me just get that to focus. I prefer the small rig one than the one that comes with it. It is metal though, so at least they've supplied a metal adapter, but I'll put that one on anyway so that you can see how it works. So all you do is just screw that in to the unit. And then the beauty is then you could just obviously undo the mount and then you can turn it to any position that you like. So it's a great light for this sort of thing, which is quite small, and it really is nice to use. And I've also noticed too that it doesn't obscure the screen at the back, so I can be bringing that around to light myself up, so you can see it like that too. This is a new mount that Small Rig have sent me. I'll talk about that in another video in a minute. But how fantastic is this little system? Like, it's brilliant. So let me just show you the website, just so I can take you through everything it does. So let's go over to here. So this is the unit itself. It's the Momen on-camera LED panel. It's 4.5 inches. So I'll just show you a couple of pics just so you can sort of see what it looks like. It has this cover on it, like I said, that is a diffuser that's already on there. It's quite light in weight. You can see here that it's only 147 grams, so it's actually lighter than an iPhone. So it is nice and light. You have, like I said, that color temperature. Now, this is what varies, because I've looked on the specs that came with it, and it says it was better than what it's showing here, because it went from 3,000 to 6,500. Now, I measured it. I've got this app on my phone. I don't know how reliable it is, but it seems to be pretty reliable. I use this app on my phone called Light Spectrum Pro, and it's this app here. And that, let me just see if I can get that to come in. That does tell you what the light is in the area that you're pointing at using the cameras in the back, and I found it's pretty accurate. And I measured it on the white wall that I've got in the studio, the white paper, and it was coming up really close to the settings that it says in the specifications in the box, which was 3,000 to 6,500K plus or minus 200K. So that was correct. So I think the website is a little bit wrong as well. And like I said, you can just stick it onto something that has metal, because it's got that magnet on it, which is really interesting. So you could really stick it on some amazing places if you have metal and stuff like that around. But it looks like it's a really nice unit. It really does. I'll just show you this too. So in the box, it comes with, like I said, the light. You get the USB lead, that adapter, and obviously your instructions as well, and that little bag that you can stick it in. Specifications, if we look at those, let me just move this over so we can see them. It's saying that it's got 96 LEDs and it weighs 5.2 ounces. The dimension is 4.5 by 2.8 by 4 inches. Color temperature is 3,500 by 5.7. Well, I think that's been improved, because like I said, it went from 3 to 6.5, but I'm not sure whether I've got a different unit. That's the only one I can find that they've got though. So, it's interesting. So I'm not sure about that, but the one I've got is definitely 3,000 to 6.5. So whether I've got a different unit, I'm not sure. CRI is 96, and it's also saying that the emitting angle is 120 degrees. The brightness, they're not on here though, I'm just telling you what these are. The brightness is 600 lumens, and the low is 50 lumens, if you want to know what lumens is. Charging time is less than 3 hours. Working time is 100% brightness, so you get 1 hour at full percent, 100%, and then 17 hours at its lowest, which is 5%. And the battery capacity is 2,800 AMH. And it says the cycle life is 500 times, so that's equivalent of recharging it for 6 years if you wanted to do it that way. But what a fantastic little unit. Now, I haven't paid for this, but I'm really happy, because I love, like I said, I love having lights. But this one is a fantastic one, particularly to stick on my A6400 or A6500 or any Sony camera if you want to have a minimal type look and light something up. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below, and I'll see you all soon for the next video. Bye for now.